Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and I have been away for a few weeks, or few months actually, and so today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a, I guess, personal story. So the goal of my videos is to inspire, and so I'm just gonna hop right into it. And as you can see along the screen, these are some of my art pieces that I would love for you to give comments on, or constructive criticism. I would love. I also have a shop as well that I will leave in the comments. I offer products of all kinds, mostly to animals as well as women, but most or some of my products are eco-friendly and all of my products are vegan. So I will leave all of that lovely things in the description box below. But today's video is going to be on feeling lost and the void. So I've talked to quite a few people over the past I guess 6 months, and I'm pretty sure that it's clear that most people today feel extremely lost, and I wanted to give a quick reason why. In today's society, there are many messages that are being told to us suggesting on how we should live, and I'm not going to say that I'm some type of guru that will tell you how to live your life. But I will say that some things that I have learned in understanding what a void is. So a void can be things or experiences that you consciously or subconsciously push away, or it can be loss or death of a family member or animal, or some type of very where you feel very permanently disconnected from a subject that you love dearly, and you experience this view through a spaciousness. And a lot of people that have gone through, everyone has gone through some type of event, but the feeling that you get is kind of the spaciousness and not feeling grounded. You feel like kind of your reality is, you're not able to grasp onto it anymore. It feels more of a floating feeling, and I think we're kind of in a time where people have kind of lost who they are as a person. And I think that society in general, we're living in a society that really isn't fit for humans, and people in general are just trying to figure out a way to be. So I feel like feeling lost is, most people react to their outside surroundings. They don't really listen to, they have kind of lost that inner voice within themselves because they are too immersed in the hustle and bustle of every day. But as a person that has struggled with kind of the void on and off, I would say that it kind of comes down to two things. There are many things in life that you can't control. And so the two things that I have found are discipline and to stay true to your values. And as simple as these things are, they're very difficult. When you know that when you know that you want something, or something is important to you, as in like you're important to your inner being or your heart, it's extremely important. Your brain will sometimes talk you out of it, of why it is not important, or it will try to convince you otherwise. So Your brain, your heart, and your gut all have a type of intelligence about them. And most people today live in a space of fear, anxiety, or they live in a space that's in their head. Because especially in America, it's very hard to kind of get out of your brain, because your brain is wired to protect you and for bodily functions, and it's meant for personality and to problem solve. It's not meant to make you happy. So the brain is also a good source to getting things done, but your heart and your gut are really your other types of intelligence that I feel that are very important. So you can feel like you want to do something and you really are motivated to do it, but your brain will tell you not to do it because it logically doesn't think it's a good idea. But values can either come from internal values of finding a sense of self, or it can come from the ability from what has been kind of instilled in you. And this can be due to family or upbringing. But values do align with your purpose. And I feel like the void and feeling lost is you are not listening or able to physically live through your values, and to a point that can lead a person off into feeling like they don't have a purpose. So when you want to be able to find your values, this will oftentimes lead into the purpose in life. And I know there are a ton of videos on finding your purpose, and we're coming into a time where people are really questioning, is this all there is to life? And so it leaves this space and questions. So a person's self really doesn't have anything to do with their physical being. Self really is an abstract concept. It really has to do with memory and expectation, right? So you tend to hold on to experience in your life if you don't have a very good sense of self, even if they are negative. So if you want to boil down, feeling like you don't have to be swimming in a void, it's very helpful to be self-aware, to be conscious of your intentions, finding, your ability of what your purpose is. And I can personally say that I am a recovering people pleaser, and when I was really in a space of people pleasing and wanting to be like the Mother Teresa, or like what I was doing, I really didn't want to be doing. I do have an intention of wanting to inspire people and to really empower people, but I think that a lot of the void comes from not having very good boundaries, to not having this continuously lying to oneself about, your body's telling you that you really don't want to be doing something, but your mind tells you, this is how you get your needs met. And I can say for sure that people pleasing is not a way for a person to be happy. In our culture, it is. We are very bombarded with everyday life, that we should be of service to people at the expense of ourselves. And I think this puts it into a perspective. It's basically telling other people that they are not capable of doing for themselves. I think it's important to be of service to people, but a question that I ask myself when I want to be of service to people is, do I want something in return for this, or do I want appreciation out of this? Or am I doing this just because it's accordance to my values? And if the answer is, if I want someone to just view me in a good light, I don't do it. And at first it was very uncomfortable, and it still is a little bit uncomfortable to not always be on call like all the time, but I feel like over time your that void and that very deep sense of emptiness got less and less, and at times it can be a little bit like uncomfortable. Like anything that you do in life is like really uncomfortable if you aren't used to doing it all the time. Also, if you are a person that struggles with a void or just feels lost, like it's a normal human experience not to want to have it all together all the time. And it's very like social media makes it super uncomfortable and kind of not inspiring, because people always put their best foot forward when it comes to social media, but no one ever tells you that, you know, sometimes you feel crappy when it's a 6:30 on Sunday and you just have that lull feeling. Like, that's a normal human experience, and we're not supposed to be in a high state all the time. So if I had some questions to inspire you in terms of you're a person that is struggling with the void or feeling lost, is to, one, ask yourself if you are doing something because you want something in return, or you want people to view you in a good light. Are there things that inspire you? If there isn't anything that is inspiring to you, that means you have not stepped out of your comfort zone and not really done anything different in terms of a really long time. The brain and your body and your being need things that are different, because you as an individual are here to grow and progress. That is a normal human being need. It's very normal to feel that way. Number 3, what is something, if money was not an option, what would I do with my time? Not what I think people should want me to do.